everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to the Amplify Showcase. I'm your host, Candice Dorman, and today we have LaToya of Whipped by Toya to talk about her awesome new product. LaToya, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we were talking before, and I was saying that I have been following you on Instagram for a couple months now, and I noticed you your product was all about healing, and specifically for sensitive skin, which is how I found you, because my son has eczema. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Whipped by LaToya and how it started?
Okay, so Whipped by LaToya was developed by me in 2018. What happened was I was looking for a simple skincare solution. I know that when you go into the store and you have a concern, there's like 3 different products to address that. For instance, mine was acne and eczema. My kids have eczema, but I was wanting to simplify that and just focus on one thing. And I also want to keep it natural because everything these days, it gives you cancer. So I was scared. I wanted to keep it natural. So I started researching butters. My main thing is what's non-comedogenic? Shea butter. So then I'm like thinking, okay, what kind of oils can I put with this? So then I started, researching the different oils. There are so many oils in the world. Had no idea. And so my base is like shea butter, rosehip, jojoba, and argan oils. All those are non-comedogenic. So there's a lot of research that's gone into this. And then to the topper is I put essential oils in. And so, like I said, my main concern was acne. And, I was 28 and I'm like, I'm still dealing with adult acne. I'm seeing everybody around with beautiful skin. I want it too, right? So what kind of essential oils can we do that address that? So I use palmarosa and lavender, which are both like calming oils, takes the redness out of your skin. Tea tree oils, which is an antiseptic. So all the little germy stuff that gets on your skin, that's for that. And that's what I used for the acne for my kids and what I recommend for all children, because the tea tree oil can be kind of rough for kids. So I use the sensitive, and that only has the lavender in it. And so that's all I use on my children morning and night. Like they go to school freshly greased up with mommy shea butter.
I love it. It's that brown skin shine.
Yes, I love shine. Yes, in the summer, the legs are shining.
Yes. Glisten. It's like glisten.
Yes.
And I love, my favorite thing is to stand behind them. So I stand behind them so I can brace them up against me, and then you just go to town on the face. Right? You're just because if you stand in front of them, then they keep, the kids
right. Yes, and you're just like going to town. My son is like, "Mama, you're so rough." No, you're not going to be ashy at school. Let's get the hands. We get the crack of the hands, all of that.
Yep.
So, yes.
I love it.
Who's in charge over there? Today we have Cam's Closet.
I have on one of the Havana tanks that we have, and these come in 7 colors. I have on the lilac one. Girl, are the tummy tuckers. Everybody needs some light and tight leggings in your life.
Okay, so you mentioned a property of shea butter earlier that I didn't quite catch, and you said that is why you chose shea butter as your base. Can you talk a little bit more? Because I really appreciate all the sort of research and the depth of knowledge that went into creating your formula. That's the stuff that really excites me, because anybody can toss a few things together, right? And even I have done it too, but I know how much goes into deciding exactly which bits you put in. So tell us a little bit more about how you created the formula and why.
Okay, so the shea butter is non-comedogenic, which means that it doesn't clog your pores. And that's just knowledge that I got. Like I said, I've been dealing with acne all my life. So I've been in the dermatologist chairs, and I've gotten the treatments that dry your skin out and make you have patches and all that stuff. And, I just remember, the the dermatologist telling me, whatever makeup you use, whatever soap you use, make sure it's non-comedogenic. So that's why that was the most important thing for me to focus on. And it's moisturizing. So it needed to be in, but it also, I did not want to look dry and ashy. I like my skin nice and shiny.
I know, that part in the creases of your nose, those are parts that always get the driest, right? And around your mouth, right? The little, anywhere where you've got joints, right?
Yes,
the skin
especially with kids. You ever notice sometimes the kids have like the whitening around? Yes. So yeah, we get all that.
I tell my son all the time about that piece because, I mean, it's amazing how important skincare is, not only for the health of your skin and in some cases your internal health, because your body absorbs all of this stuff, but in your life and in interactions with other people can be cruel, right? And so when you're dealing with an issue like adult acne, I feel like I'm dealing with adult acne right now, stress-induced, like all of those things. When you're a child and people are making fun of, I remember little kids with severe with severe eczema, with the dark patches in the creases of their elbows and around their elbows, and particularly this dark line, especially when your skin is dark or pigmented to begin with, you end up with that dark scar under here, and then that crust. I mean, it is incredible how finding the right products can have such an effect on your life, right? It's not just about being shiny. It's not just about it's not about vanity, right? It's about being able to be comfortable in your skin and not have people make fun of you. I hate that that's what it comes down to, but it's real.
You're absolutely right. I remember back when, in my 20s, like when I was dating, I remember not to tell my business, but sleeping over and not wanting to wake up in the morning with no makeup on because I didn't like the way my skin looked in the morning. And just like, oh, is this going to be the time where I need to wash my makeup off? No, I slept in it, which is horrible for your skin. You shouldn't do that.
Right.
But it's like that mentality. And so I was just thinking now I'm just now at the point because of my product where I have on makeup for you today, but I have not been wearing makeup maybe once every few months now. I just don't have to anymore. But up until this point, it was like I always had on something just because I didn't like how my skin looked. And that, that has a real mental impact.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I love that this product, your healing butter, let's look at it again. Your healing butter is sensitive enough for children. I think that if we can get children, situated with this, get their skin under control from a young age, then they don't have to go through some of the traumas.
Exactly.
And it really feels like trauma that kids go through.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell us here about your process. This looks good enough to eat.
My kids they tease all the time that it's icing and they're going to eat it. So I used to mix everything by hand, but by God's grace, thank you, Jesus, I was able to get a stand mixer. And so now everything just I start off with the shea butter and, I whip that in the stand mixer for, I would say about 5 minutes. And then I slowly add the oils in. And then I just let that mix and then just let it keep mixing until it gets fluffy. And then after that, the topper is the essential oils.
I love it. I love it. And then let's talk about the size and options that people can get.
Okay. So I have the trial size, which you'll see there. The trial size is usually, that's what people buy for party favors. They want to, have to be bought in bulk. I do have that 2 ounce, as you can see here. It's about how big the 2 ounce is.
Let me get you on screen.
Okay. That's a 2 ounce. And this is the 4 ounce. I'm getting new labels here. So that's why this 4 ounce has a different label. Okay. So just to give you the size comparison. And
absolutely.
Here is the 12 ounce.
Ooh.
Which is the room with me and all my kids. All my kids, both of my kids, everyone has their own big jar of shea butter. So this is what it is. and this should last you a while because you only need to use like a little dollop on every area. It spreads. Yeah, just don't let your kids apply it because they'll put a big
right. They run through it too fast.
Exactly.
And then tell us about pricing for each of them. I went through too fast.
So the 2 ounce, that's $8, and the 4, this is $15, and then the 12 ounce is $30. This is the price right now. I am going to be in a local store, so they are wanting me to increase my prices so I can be, online with them. So, so that'll be happening soon. But
and
for now,
tell us about that process. It's really exciting. It's really exciting. Not that there's anything wrong with making your product in your own home, your home warehouse or your own studio, but making the move from selling out of your house to getting in a storefront is a really exciting time. So number one, congratulations.
Thank you.
And number two, tell us where people can find it locally and how you made that happen.
Okay, it's actually going to be it's a local store. It's called Rainbow Blossom. So they don't have an online, but you can go into the store. They're in Louisville, Kentucky, and in Indiana. And so I saw like something on Facebook, and it said that they were interested in bringing like more minority businesses in. This year, minority business ownership has been just like a hot topic around 2020. So I just, I was like, well, let me go ahead and try this just to see. Because like I told you when we spoke, this is all new to me. I'm very introverted. I'm stretching here. And so
that's how you win. Yes. That's how you blossom. You stretch.
So I was like, well, let me just send this email and see. And from then it just took off. Like, I had to do a lot to get ready for it, as far as, making cost analysis and things. And I'm not versed in business. So that was all a stretch and a lot of Google research, but they've been really helpful with me behind the scenes. So I had to do that. And then I had to change my labels. So, at first I was doing my little at-home printing, but I had to go online and, first of all, design the labels myself. That's also not my thing. I had to figure out how to do that. And so, it's been a lot, along with, being a mama and stuff. My kids were at home like everybody else's kids. So it's been crazy, but that's what we're here for, right?
Right. And like you keep saying, that's how you stretch, right? And as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, before you can start to outsource anything, you have to do it yourself. And that's how we learn to be great, because you know what it takes to do all of these little bits. And then when it comes time to outsource, you know exactly what to ask of that person and how much effort. Sometimes people give you a job and they have no idea what it takes to make it. And then there's a disconnect there. So I think it makes us better bosses when the time comes.
I think so. Yeah, you respect it more because you know all the hustle. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it so much, and I'm so proud of you as a woman of color. Like, we hear a lot about Black businesses closing this year, say April. A lot of businesses closed. But then on the flip side, starting in June, a lot of businesses started to reopen or to open again. So it's been an incredible year for innovation and for letting go of fear, right? Like,
yes.
What could be worse than what's already happening? I might as well try this thing I've been thinking about for years, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
It's the time. So kudos to you for putting this kind of time and effort and attention into your business, for it growing the way that it is growing, and for just being a boss. I love it. It's so good to see you.
You too.
Winning. Okay, so if you are looking for an amazing sensitive skin product, make sure that you head over to LaToya's website. It is here. Let me put it up again. It is here on Etsy. If you search for her on Etsy, Whipped by LaToya, you'll be able to find it here.
Yeah.
And then just place your order and know that it will be packaged with love.
Shipping, because everyone loves free shipping.
Say that again?
I said in free shipping because everybody likes free shipping,
right? Oh my God. I totally get it. I totally get it. The last thing that I will say, I can't. I would be remiss if I didn't let people know that you have a special code for us. Can you tell us about the special code for our viewers?
Yes, for everyone who has viewed this show, you get 15% off all orders totaling $18 or more if you use the code AMPLIFY on checkout.
Yes, I love to see it. So definitely use the code AMPLIFY for your 15% off. Make sure you pick up 1, 2, or 3. They would probably make really good gifts this year as the holiday season is coming up. Get a couple for yourself to keep, get a couple to give, and get your glisten on, right?
Yes.
I love it. So when you launch a new product or when you have something that you would like to share, I really hope that you will come back onto the Amplify and share it with us.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So thank you so much again. And until next time,